Yo, what's happening out there? Justice here, back again from the next video in the Original Chapters channel here. I'm breaking down for you right now a key piece around imperfect action plus this one principle that will guarantee you business success here. All right, I want to really lay it all out in the line to make sure you know how to progress moving forward there, okay? If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure we get you hooked up. This is a live I did right inside my Original Chapters marketing group over on Facebook. I want to really make sure we get you straight to the source here today, so let's get rocking. Perfect action plus this one principle equals guaranteed business success. I say this because I think that there's few areas, honestly, in business that people are leveraging that are actually going to give them guaranteed success. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Hey, great to see you live. Oh, sounds great. My man, had to make sure the levels are good. Try to turn it up a little bit today. Great seeing you to your left. No, so I think we already got a good little group of people here. I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. So let's talk about really, first and foremost, imperfect action. I'm going to lead with this because I put a post out like 2 days ago and people are still kind of chiming in on it. It was all about how, second half of 2021 actually is just starting today. So already back into it. But now really how that affects what we're thinking, what we're doing next. And one of the things that I think Chino said was really all about imperfect action. Sorry, I'm hearing buzzes. It was all about imperfect action we had mentioned. And I kind of told him about, if I could tilt my camera, I'd show you. I got something on my wall I keep every day. It says, don't get complacent. I'm looking at it right now. Don't get complacent. I think that in combination, both of those play a huge role in your business, because at the end of the day, it can be so easy to get stuck and be so easy to get overwhelmed by whatever that next step may be, and understanding just how to, not even the how, but just pushing through no matter what, right? Pushing through no matter what's on the other side there. And I think this is kind of how you really just push through that fear. And really, this is what kind of leads to the main principle I'm talking about today, which is more so, there's a couple of different ways I could phrase it, but really it's spitting in the eye of the witch, right? It's being the kid who's okay looking under the bed, seeing what's under there, right? No one wants to spit in the eye of the witch, right? She's gonna kill you, right? She's gonna knock you dead. She's gonna cast a spell on you. No kid wants to look under their bed because they're afraid there's a sea monster. They're afraid there's the cookie monster. They're afraid there's some monster, some bad guy, something under there that they shouldn't do, right? That they should stay away from. I want you to, now I bring up these two examples, these two analogies, but let's take this into the core and look at it, how it's really affecting our business and how we can apply going against the grain. Right? Being the person who does spit in the eye of the witch. Being that person who does, that kid who does actually look under the bed and reap those benefits. Because a lot of people, that's why I said this one piece of the puzzle can guarantee you success. Because let's just say there's 200 ways that people are saying not to do something, right? There's 200 ways for you to not piss off that witch. There's 200 reasons for you to not look under the bed, right? But what happens when you do? Right? What happens when you do one of them and it works? Right? I want you to think about that. And now take that and put it into your business. We're all here talking about internet marketing, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, whatever it may be. There are strategies out there, right? There are strategies out there that people all across are doing. You can think of right now, if we're talking about organic marketing, there are strategies that people are doing right now that are being duplicated all across. And it's like, okay, you know what? Just copy paste this, get this set up. It's going to be good. Oh, hey, we'll catch you later, Tocha. Go ahead and take a look here. It's going to be good. Now, at the end of the day, if you're just going ahead and copying every single thing that everybody else is doing, right? How is that going to work for you? You're going to get the same results as everyone else. And I'll tell you right now, if you want to become a 5-figure earner per month, a 4-figure earner per day, a 6-figure earner per year, a millionaire, the way that's going to happen is by you not doing what every single other person is doing. So that's what I mean now when I say one, imperfect action, but even more so important, it's the combination, but this latter is more important, right? The latter is all about doing what other people are not going to do because they're too afraid to, right? And fear is only going to hold you back. That was a big piece of the post I put out earlier. Fear is going to hold you back. So what I'm saying this is, if people are doing organic affiliate marketing, people are doing organic marketing, people are doing some with paid ads, it doesn't matter what it is. Look around at what the industry is doing, right? And if you see that they are doing something that is so unison throughout, look at ways to break that. There's 200 ways to go about, there's 200 things that people are saying that you should not do when it comes to organic marketing, right? Maybe they're saying you shouldn't do your cover photo a certain way. They're saying you shouldn't put that kind of content out there. They're saying you shouldn't do your Facebook Lives this way. They're saying you shouldn't say that to people in Messenger. They're saying you shouldn't talk about that when you get in a strategy session or when you get on the phone with somebody, right? So now when you hear about that, what happens when you try one of those things that someone is saying not to do, that everyone, the majority, are saying not to do, and you do it, and it works, right? That is how you guarantee yourself a way to get through. Now, in finding, there's going to be trial and error. Like, I'm not just saying go get yourself in trouble, right? I'm not saying go out there and just piss a bunch of people off just to piss people off. I'm saying be strategic and take imperfect action. That's the combination right there. I think that imperfect action is something that needs to be understood on a deeper level all across your business, most likely, because, you know, even as I was talking with Chino in the Facebook community today, we were talking about how, like I said, not getting complacent, making sure that you're pushing ahead. We're all in this, we have a strong why. There's a guarantee you have a strong why that's keeping you where you're at, that's keeping you pushing down this path, right? So with that being the case, take imperfect action and move along that way. And now the beauty of it, right? The beauty of it, once you start taking that imperfect action, you're going to allow yourself to get some results in a more old-fashioned way, we'll call it, right? In the way that the universe, everyone is doing it, right? Because once again, there's so many different ways that people are telling you to do this, organic marketing, whatever path you're on, and they're telling you there's certain ways that you should not do it, right? So now you're just, you know, you're in the beginning, you're taking imperfect action, you're using a strategy that you know is proven, and you're pushing down that path, right? So now if you're able to get some results, I mean, even if you're not getting results, honestly, you can still jump the gun, right, and make this thing work. But let's just say you're starting to get some results, maybe even you start getting some leads out of it, you start getting some sales out of it. Maybe if your goal is to book calls, you're booking calls out of it. And now on the latter half past that, you're able to now take that imperfect actions that's been paying off, and you're able to now go ahead and do exactly this, spit in the eye of the witch, right? Be that one kid who's got the stomach to go ahead and look under the bed and see, right? Because I'll show you right now, right? Look at these two kids here, right? They're both looking underneath. What they look like they got stunned by something. They're still over here flashing the light. They see something crazy under there, or are they realizing there's actually nothing to be afraid of? Maybe at first they're shocked because they're just thinking that something's going to come out and attack them, right? But at the end of the day, they take that risk. They're going to see maybe they just found the lost skateboard they couldn't find, right? And maybe they find that lost bouncy ball that lost under there, the Nerf football that Johnny on the right's been looking for. Sarah, maybe her doll. I'm just, you know, hey, maybe Johnny's looking for the doll and Sarah's not looking for the football. I'm not judging here. Either way, there can be buried treasure when you decide to step outside of what everyone else is doing. And that's really what I want to hit home on today. It's just the fact that one imperfect action is going to be super powerful. And now once you get past that and you realize that imperfect action is something that you're going to do no matter what, and that you're going to do to make sure that your business proceeds and keeps moving forward, now you're able to take that imperfect action and try new strategies, new pieces. Because like I said, most people are going to fear the village witch, right? Most kids are going to fear looking under your bed. But that kid who decides to look under, we all know what he's going to see under there. He's not going to see some monster, right? He's not going to see anything crazy. He's going to see something probably they didn't expect. But at the end of the day, it's going to be something great. And so that's where I want you now to look inside of your business and realize, what can I do, right? What places can I see now? What places can I look that everyone else is skipping over deliberately? And I can make sure to actually go ahead and find that buried treasure, right? So I can spit in the eye of the witch and find out exactly which way's not working. There's 200 ways they're saying not to do something, right? 200 ways they're saying not to do something. But what happens when one of those ways works? Keep at it. That's a reason to keep going with it. Keep going with it until it doesn't. Like, honestly, like any part of your plan, really, just keep doing if you find something that works, keep at it, keep going until it doesn't. Once it stops working, then you can break it. I think a lot of people are trying to always reinvent the wheel. I talked about that on my last live a little bit. You know, everyone's trying to be an inventor. Everyone's trying to create something new. Now, there's nothing wrong with innovation is great, but let's start to implement more. We've got strategies that work, and if we're at that basic level, not even basic level, but sometimes we just need to keep moving forward with what we actually have that works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? Sometimes the most basic things are not meant to be messed with, are not meant to be played with there. So keep going strong. I really wanted to share this with you guys because, like I said, there's only so many guarantees in this industry, and I am telling you right now, this is one of them. Look for the path that not everyone's following. Like, for those of you that this hits home for, you're gonna be able to see just how much this pays off in dividends here. All right, so I'm excited to see you guys take action on this. I see we got started today. My scariest thing to do, opened up a FP group and go live inside. I love that. Look, see that right there? Imperfect action. And then once you get in, it's no big deal, right? It's just like anything else. It's just like, look, in this case, true. And that's the thing too. You can even treat the same way. The whole not being fearful of anything like that there. At the end of the day, looking under the bed. You look under the bed, all of a sudden you realize there's nothing under there. I talk about... I'm big into, I'm fortunate enough to where I got to the point where I paid off my debt, luckily a lot thanks to this, my internet marketing business. But one of the guys I follow there is Dave Ramsey. And he always says, the monster in the closet is always a lot scarier than the monster on the table. Right? And that's always hit home for me, honestly. It's like we start to now always we fear the unknown. We fear the monster that is, I'm just going to use this as an example. Obviously, Leah overcame this, right? But we fear maybe just going live in some Facebook group or going live on our actual profile, whatever the case may be, right? But then once we do it, once we get that monster on the table, right? It's in the closet. It's too much in our heads now. It's pushing us to not want to take that imperfect action. But once we actually get out there and do it, now all of a sudden, you realize it's nothing. You realize that not even that it's nothing, because a lot of times it still is something. Let me not hammer that down. In relation to the debt, that's kind of what people do, if I want to use that analogy. Really, instead of just being blind and thinking, I got a huge pile of debt over there, or I got a huge pile of debt, of bills in my closet, and I don't even want to look at how much those bills total up to. It's gonna kill me. I'm not gonna want to do anything this weekend. Right? But then you go ahead, you pull those bills out of the closet, you put them on the table. You put them on the table, and then you find the exact total. Right now, okay, you know what? All right, you know what? This is actually, maybe it's just $4,000. Just $4,000. In my mind, I thought it was like $50,000, but you know what? This is as bad as I thought. And then it allows you to go ahead, make a strategy, and start attacking it. Right? Take that imperfect action, especially, because you're not gonna be able to have the perfect strategy off the bat. But once you keep working it, test. I always say best to test. Now it's going to make things that much more easy for you to keep moving. So, like I said, bringing this right back to really the core that I was kind of talking about today, understanding that you can take this mentality and apply it to a piece of your business that you're seeing that is going to separate you from the rest. I know that can be hard. Like it feels like a vague thing to say, but that's why I say, especially when you're taking imperfect action in your business and you're moving forward, you're going to find those gaps, right? You're going to realize like no one else is doing this. Why is no one else doing this? Is there a reason? It's because everyone else thinks that that's too much. No one wants to be that. No one wants to be that guy, right? It's like, you're not gonna get people's attention being that guy. You're gonna turn too many people off being that guy, being that girl, being that lady, being that man, messing up, and you're gonna mess with the flow a little bit. Don't do it. But if you can find that thing where you go ahead and, like I said, I'm not telling you to go ahead and get yourself in trouble. But at the end of the day, don't be afraid, because when you're living fearful, it's gonna hold you back. So just look in places in your business, especially find those areas. Once again, maybe I'm going to give an example too. Maybe right now everyone's big on, I'm just going to use this Facebook group example. Everyone's big on getting your Facebook group growing big or something like that, right? They're saying Facebook groups are the way to go, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you go ahead and you do the same thing on a Facebook group and then a Facebook page, right? Maybe you said, screw the group. I'm going to go ahead and make a community on a Facebook page. I'm just spitballing this, so I'm not saying that whether that logistically can work or not. But at the end of the day, why aren't people doing that? Yeah, it makes sense that people are gathering together in a Facebook group. It's a lot easier. Obviously, you see how everyone else is doing it. I'll just do that. I'll just have to make a community that way. But you know what? Maybe you can be different and make a page. And maybe there's a way that you can get more traffic to that page because it's something standing out. You're making a community of a page when usually all of these other internet marketers are not doing that. So once again, food for thought there. And I just want to encourage you to take that imperfect action, dive in, do something different. Thank yourself later, right? If you guys have any questions here, I already appreciate the questions you guys dropped in there. Let me know. Always happy to shed some more light here. Once again, beautiful, what is it, Thursday? I was going to say Wednesday. Days are blurring together a little bit. Beautiful Thursday. Good stuff happening today. I want to see you guys keep crushing it. Shoot, this is my second live this week. I didn't even mean to do two, but at the end of the day, like I said, this one just came to me, and I just know how powerful it can be. I know how much it's helped me, and like I said, I put a post out earlier on my page, my profile, that I just thought that you guys should kind of hear a little more in depth on it. So I hope this shed some light. If I don't see any comments here in the next couple seconds or 30 seconds, whatever, I'll probably drop this off. But really appreciate you guys for being here, sticking this out. Big changes coming next week. All positive, of course. Only things that are going to help you guys out as usual. But I want to make sure that we're just keeping this thing moving forward. So I don't think I see any new ones here. Appreciate the questions that got fired through already. Keep crushing your week. Oh, I'm glad that was a great reminder there. I love to hear that, man. I love to hear that. And hey, you guys keep on going. Take this and start implementing, and I'll see you next time around. You guys be good, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching this video all the way through. Make sure you go ahead and like this if you got a ton of value from, which I hope you did. Subscribe to the channel, and absolutely go ahead and join us in our Original Chapters community. Links right down there in the description. And as always, you are designed to become who you choose to be. I'll see you later.